It's all about the sax, man. Dude, this is like one of my recent favorite artists. So good. The Midnight. If you don't know him, check him out. Okay. Brat. Brat Pete, dude, I totally missed it, man. Thanks for the subscription, man. It means a lot, dude. Glass Animals. I don't know Glass Animals. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, thanks a lot, dude. It seriously means a ton. So I'm gonna open these on the other monitor. That way I can just drag them into Photoshop and you guys don't get blinded. Yeah, because you know when you open things, the windows are blinding. That, and then you won't have to see the horrible things that ImageGur puts on the right panel next to your amazing work. Did it work? Does that work like that? No? Does this work? Copy image, paste. Paste Rooney. Awesome. All right. Just gonna do that. Okay, let's make sure everything is working all right. Cool. So this one's from Reddington. Stylized wood paneling. Looks pretty good, man. I love that you seem to integrate these little swirls in everything that you do when it comes to stylized. I like it. Weird ass video, great song. We have a so we have a music section in the Discord. You can totally post in there. Down here, general topics, music vids. And this year we had Secret Santa, dude. 17 people did it, if I remember correctly. Pretty cool. So it was pretty cool. The little cracks or the little scratches or whatever look like they might be a little deep or maybe a little too wide. This one looks okay. I think they're too dark. I think that's what's going on. They're wide enough where they shouldn't be that dark. Like maybe they should be. Stuff's acting up. My computer's acting funny. Should just be lighter, I think. Lighten, yes. And maybe on the inside, like in the deepest recesses, maybe not so much. Like that. Just because it's so wide that it doesn't actually get that dark. Yeah, the smaller ones look really good. And then be careful with this. Come on, colors. This wiggle. Be careful with that. Just because it comes off as a wiggle more than like the look of chipping. Like you want to make sure that it happens more irregularly instead of like a wave. Yeah. Yeah. From back here, it's looking pretty good. I think that the paste this again. I think the darkest areas in the value maybe are a little too dark for the stylized look you're going for. Let me see if this. Wait, is that really? Hang on here. Just gonna do that again. Oops. I still ended up blinding you guys. Jeez. Putting a color in there too would be pretty interesting. It's really a subtle change, but I think just making the crevices not so dark or not so contrasted, like you can see up here, like it's just like there's this line and after that it's just dark. Yeah, I liked the red as well. Anywho, in general, this looks pretty rad. I would just be careful with stuff like this. What's this one? Updated version? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay, I see. See, I like that this panel has less of these like primary cracks in it. Just gonna use this color because it's crazy. Ah, it's not even working. Meh. So like these guys, I like that they're so like sparse because it gives your eye time to rest on the surface. Like here, it's pretty good as well. This one's also a good example of like what I'm talking about. Okay, Lucium, what's up, man? Aha, a cannon. I like it. Let's bring it over. Skaboom. So you have so in general this looks pretty dope. The metal around here, like right there, seems pretty thin and is very straight. Like I think if you were to dent it up a little bit, like you can see it on in the texture, that detail is pretty nice. I think just grabbing some of the geometry and just kind of pushing and pulling the verts around a little bit. Dude, thanks, man. How you doing? That's a few of those. They're all over my face right now. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Is that that's not, what is that? I don't know what's happening. Oh my god. What's going on? You just got back? We are critiquing people's work from the Discord. Holy Shazam. Dude, you get a bunch of those, huh? That holiday cheer, though. Are you trying to dethrone Reed? Oh, shit. There's a... Oh! Oh, my God. Stop it. Stop it. Holy damn. Dude, awesome. That's 5 times, buddy. You trying to break something? Thanks, man. That's freaking terrifying. Dude, like, look, this is what it looks like to me. Like, I don't know. Thanks, dude. Oh, what did I just close? I closed something. I closed the Discord. I'm getting showered in emotes, it's true. Thanks, dude. I need to reopen the Discord. Oh. Dude, thanks again. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, we're looking at this guy. I can't even critique right now. You are out of control. You're just like, one more. All right, cool. Cool. You're just dethroning Reeds. Is that what's happening? Let the guy talk, dude. Making it rain. Okay, all done. Thanks, bye. Thanks, man. Holy shit. Okay, so It's like, I should just be rude and ignore. It's like, no. Thanks, man. So, yeah, just grabbing some, like, say we were to grab every other vert or whatever and just kind of displace or move them around. Dude, we have a whole hour to do these critiques. This is great. Let me see what we've got here. I'm going to close this in 5 minutes. So if you want something critiqued, put it in there. If not, well, there you go. So I'm just going to give you a quick example so that you can, because we've got time. We got all the time. All the time. Let's close this. Ah, why? Oh, I should have added more, I should have added more of these. There we go. I can just do that. That works. We'll... Oops. So bring that in and then bring this in, right? Kind of like how you have yours. Oh, shit. Wireframe. We'll get the verts, though. So taking, like, every few. Actually, we'll do it even, like, lazier. So if you grab all these verts, right? And I'm going to put a noise on my brush. Where the hell am I? Fall off noise. So what's happening right now is there's a noise that's... Do song requests work? No, I have not set that up. Dude, thanks for those bits, man. That's freaking crazy. Are you number one now? You should see in the panel below the stream. So what I've done is I've applied a noise which will randomly mask with a noise which verts are moving. So if I move these around, you can see there's a noise that's kind of stopping some of them from moving around. There is some weirdness going on there. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Oh, I know why that's like that. Let me see here. I'm just going to do just going to clean that up. All right. So if I grab all of these, add a noise to it, and then when I move them, you can see there's a noise that's stopping some of them from moving as much. Maybe Kyle, dude, I don't know, man. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit, dude. So I would suggest doing something like beveling. So see how I beveled with the noise on? This is so weird to do it like that, but let's go to the game tools here. Uh-oh, we need to stop this. There we go. That'll kill the stream. So it's baking AO in real time. So if we go here, and let's just do that. We'll do. Oh, that will do. Oh God, deep son. That's fucking madness, bro. Thanks, man. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. What is life? What is life even? Okay, so I think I fixed that. So let's do that. I'm gonna turn the verts off too. Dang, I need to pull that panel out. I keep going to this tab. I need to hotkey this again. I don't have it hotkeyed. So let's soften those edges. So you can see, like, see how wiggly it gets now? It's kind of varies based on, like, wherever it's at. That kind of, like, wiggle room will give you a much more organic shape to the details that you're doing. I really like what you've done, though. It's pretty cool. So we bring this in. Wow, that all came in crooked. Oh, whoops. This song's awesome. So the same thing you could do here. So if I bevel these, we soften those, grab those, and I'll put the noise on it again. And then I'll just scale inward with the, what the fuck is going on? Oh, I know what's happening. When I'm doing the bevel, I've got thicken polygon toggled on. Ugh. That's doing all types of terrible things. Okay, so I need to do a mesh cleanup on this again. There we go. Okay, it should behave. Should behave now. Here's hoping. Okay, so we select all those. Let's put a noise on it, and we'll scale them inward. No, it didn't fix it. Oh my god. That's terrible. Terrible damage. Well, that's all types of whack. I'm not even going to touch that. Lurk. Kyle gets bumped from third. Oh my god. All right, later, dude. Thanks for the shower of gifts. Oh god. Huh. So you could do something like that. I'm just gonna deselect these. When I pull these in, the other thing I can do is that noise that's happening, I can change the scale of it so it's happening on a smaller level. So it looks super whack, but like, see that kind of like displacing that's happening? Like at that level, you don't even need to bake stuff, you know? But yeah, try that. Oh my god, that's awesome. I can just do the bevel with that noise on. Oh my god, what? I've never done that before. Fuck, that's cool. Yeah, see what it's doing? Oh my god, that's sick. Sick. Alright, cool. So, other than that, I would say these wood pieces being so aligned is kind of weird feeling. It would also be nice if maybe the wood pieces were a little bit more slightly different colored from each other, and like how this comes down like this, I would almost expect this to be like separate wood pieces, right? Because like where are they cutting wood that's shaped like that? The other thing I think that sticks out to me right now, I guess, is the barrel is quite clean. Like expect maybe some stuff down here, maybe some stuff down here, or build up here and stuff up here. Get some gunk or whatever, some bird poop. Gotta get that bird poop. Anywho, in general, though, this is a pretty awesome prop. I would suggest also, so this is one of the images, right? Looks pretty nice here. It's pretty cool. The background, I would see if you could mask it out so that you can make it darker. Just because it's very, it's distracting from trying to look at your asset, if that makes sense. I don't think I can even, it's like, can I select back? No. Yeah, it selects everything. I'm not even going to try. Not even going to try. David P, 5 minutes ago with 10 bones. Thanks, man. Heart to you. Heart to you, David. I didn't see that. That was 5 minutes ago. Thank you. Casually derping. Well, your name's Casually Derp, but you're Casually Derping now. Welcome. Thanks for following. Hope you guys are all having a great holiday. Yeah, I mean, you could darken the edge, and then, like you're saying, a vignette would be really nice. We do this. Then create a mask. Invert the mask. Actually, don't invert the mask. Just do this. You could take this one. I probably don't want to do that. Some heavy vignetting. Also, don't be afraid to do this in post. Doing post work on your renders is totally fine as long as you're not cheating too much, right? Thanks. Decide to follow after as I like your critique. Currently a game dev in college and require other creative people to be creative myself. Dude, that's how creativity works, man. It's a team, like, group effort. And if you want to be doing it professionally, you have to get used to being surrounded by creative people. They'll all have an opinion and have valid reasons for what they're saying. Because they're all in, like, you know, they're in the same mentality, the same boat as you. If you have not joined the Discord, because that will bring you over the top, I think, as far as being surrounding yourself with creative people. All right, let's move on. This song is kind of strange. Okay. Wow, we ate up a lot of time with that one. So, getting close to finishing the scene. Still got a few props to go and adjust composition, some errors and lighting to fix. Struggling with broken glass, trying to get it right and readable. Love crit on any aspect. Okay, man, this scene looks good. Here we go. Kaboom. Actually, we're gonna just do this. There we go. Looks awesome. Already looks awesome. So right now everything is very uniformly lit, and I think lighting wise, if there were more key lit elements, if that makes sense. So let me do this. Like, that's pretty crunched down, right? You see down here it's a little dark. That's not gonna work. So darken. Basically, you need your scene to be a little bit darker, but you don't want to, like, make it full on darkness, you know? Like back here, you're going to want some, you need that lighter. Where there's key things, you're going to need that to be lighter, or key lights. But you see how, like, the wall is much more interesting when it's darker above? And then there's, like, lighting surrounding the areas where there's actually lights. If you have any fake lights in here, kill those off. Like, your scene should be getting lit from true lighting as much as possible. And, like, the range of it should be correct. So, like, you have this little tube light here that should be lighting all this stuff. You're getting a shadow there, which is really good. Just make sure that the light quickly stops after this, right? For the broken glass, oh man, love the footprints. Go crazy with that. Like, how many people broke in here, right? How many people broke in here? What did they take? That'll all be depicted in where the glass is at. You're going to want, like, glass pieces everywhere, footprints all over the place. Now, the glass pieces, you can do, like, how I was doing in here the other day. Whoops. So if you just make like a, what am I doing? Let's do this. So I got just like a plane. I'm just gonna cut through it. It's gonna split with a gap. So you can do stuff like this. That's fine. So, and then you take these guys, right, and you can just give them some thickness. So these are your glass pieces, and then from like the top down, just think about like how stuff would lay down. Oh, whoops, I've got the freaking noise on still. That's probably too big of a piece. One thing that really helps me when moving stuff around like this is to position a few the way you're expecting it to kind of lay down. And then move those, dupe those around, and like these guys, dupe those around and then rotate and scale them if you need to. And like when pieces overlap like this, you can just kind of move them up. Like, wow, all that glass is just kind of, you can just thin it out a bit. But like having glass laying on top of itself and all that is going to be really helpful. So you get your little pieces, but then also bake out some pieces and just kind of get those into a position where like you can lay them out under this so that you get the little micro, what is it? The like sparkly little bits and stuff around the, like really small, like smaller, like they're smaller than this one. It's like tons of them that are maybe like this. Let me just... It says there's no way to make this look good. Anywho, you get the idea. You make a bunch of little ones, bake those all out. Just get a nice texture that you can alpha cut out that goes and lays under this. So you essentially just get a ton. Spawn with physics. I mean, yeah, you can spawn with physics too. And just blah, 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 and just let it spit out. Drop for you. But other than that, I think these edges to the walls are a little distracting, that they're dark. I like that I see the back of the text there. That's really cool. This is cool, seeing this kind of like this detail waving around the ceiling. So detail-wise, it's pretty detailed, which is good. I feel like it's not overly detailed. I think once you get the broken shards of glass and then some muddy prints and stuff kind of spilled out everywhere, I think it'll be done. If this is a frame, maybe think about tilting that. Think about anything that could tip over, thrown on the ground or whatever. So like this is standing up, these are standing up. Maybe you could throw some of the frames down here. This has tipped over, so there's going to be like tons of glass kind of scattered about over there. Monitors are probably going to be off, or maybe like facing upwards. Something, do something with the monitor maybe. And then I maybe suggest outside, making it nighttime. Seismix, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. Hopefully that was enough info for you. I'll give the link in chat here because there's a ton of screens. Like this one. That one's sick, man. Look at all that detail. That looks really nice, dude. I would definitely make the outside nighttime because right now that is drawing a lot of your attention. Man, this spot right here looks so good. This is drawing your attention a lot. Make it dark out there and you'll be set, I think. 9 title. Yes, I went through your portfolio. I will post it after the strum. I'd also think about maybe some roughness variation on the ground. Let me see here. Which I think you're going to get from the muddy prints and the glass and stuff. Yeah. Pretty cool scene, though. It's almost done. You're right. It is almost done. You already know it sucks? Nah, man, it's fine. I basically said you just need more props. Do more. Make more. Ruto, I will appreciate any feedback on this model. Thank you in advance. Okay, we'll bring this over here. This looks pretty good. The text has a weird like highlight on the edge of there, or like a dark edge to it. Might be the alpha maybe cut out. I'm not sure how you're applying the text. Only other thing I would suggest is you need to get some material separation. Like what is metal, what is plastic, what's this inner area made out of? Is this painted on metal? The chipping is really subtle, or aging that's on the edges. And then this black pin is very, like the detail here is really small for something that's already quite small. And this looks like it should be metal, but somehow it's like, it's just this weird blackness. Stylistically, I think where you have the red, you should think about having the red on the bottom edge here as well. Like this loop here, making that red. Not the inside, but just like the outer edge of this. Make that red as well, and then you'll have like a theme that's kind of going throughout the grenade. High explosive grenade. Looks pretty solid though. I mean, it's more about your material definition, I think, than anything. Your bakes look pretty good. The detail here is really small. Like I would suggest even removing the inner inset here. The decals in normal, so they extrude a bit. Oh, okay, I see. You probably don't need that. I mean, you could leave it if you want, but it comes off more as a bug than anything. That and the text is so white. Like I expect like the material to be coming through that because it should be painted on, right? So I'd expect like to be able to see the roughness information coming through, like the normal and a little bit of the roughness under the text. But yeah, you could also instead make this edge right here red instead of the bottom like I was suggesting. This little edge here. Yeah. So there's that. I would actually, looking at it, I think this handle here maybe could be a different material, because that would really help separate out some of the elements. Anyway, cool. Nicely modeled, nicely baked. I would just look at your material some more. Removed old posts as I fixed some issues and did caustics. Still struggling with making the water look good. The flag are just fun placeholders for now. The flags look fine, man. Nars1, what's up, man? Dude, someone came in here and dropped it hot. with some bits. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1,800 bits. Freaking crazy. So I mean, it kind of looks like there's water there. I mean, I don't think the caustics look great. Scene looks really good. I think if you put some volumetric fog in the water, just to get these lights to have like some volume to them, or like in the shader of the water to have like a depth fade. You have 4 questions. Drop it like it's hot, man. Drop those 4 questions. Like all 4 of them are very hot and they're burning your hands. You have to drop them on the ground. You're expecting me to pick them up, and I'm going to pick them up for you, man. They're hot, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for you. What's your questions? This looks awesome though. I really like the scale of the scene. The Wildcats, Dynasty's Wildcats. Din's not hot. I'm about to be with these hot questions. If one train is traveling south and another is traveling north, they will collide with each other on the other side of the planet at some point, as long as they're on the same rail. Blah, 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 blah. I think, I mean, this info right here is telling me that there's water, right? It's difficult. I mean, from a shot this high, I would actually look at pictures of pools that are up high like that. I need to close this, by the way. I just typed in indoor pools and then it completed it. It was like near me. When they're really lit like this, it's very difficult for you to actually see the water. I mean, I think if you lower the overall brightness of the water, or of the lighting inside, so like so that where there's no lights, it's just a little bit darker, that will give you room, I think, for you to show some reflections. Because when it gets full bright like that, you're not really able to see the reflections. Whoa. Oh, I blinded you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a great link. But yeah, I think it's missing some specular or like reflective properties on the surface, and because it's so bright, it's hard to do. Oh man. All right, question 1. Some people recreate levels from old games, say a PS2 level from an old game, using modern day techniques. Is that good for portfolios, or should you keep it 100% original? Dude, just make sick art. If it's a remake, you're gonna get fans that are going to look at it and be like, dude, it looks just like it, or that looks like shit. You got to be careful when you're recreating things. It's got to look better. But that's totally fine. Your portfolio can be that stuff. I would, however, like to see some original content, even if it's like within the same universe of a game or something like that, or a movie. Just make whatever inspires you, and you're good to go. So that's the first question. So then we got, is it Ryujin? I've been getting into 3D modeling recently, a few months now. However, I still can't do anything on my own. Well, you've only been doing it for a few months. I can only follow tutorials. That sounds about right. A little frustrated with myself, honestly, and not sure whether it's not meant to be. Maybe I'm not creative enough. for it. So, I mean, there's always going to be something you can't do, and you just got to challenge yourself, and eventually you'll be able to do it. Being only a few months in, like what you're saying sounds correct. Just follow tutorials, create things, recreate things that are real. Imitate things that you find in real life in 3D. Once you get the hang of that, then you can start to explore and go outside of that and try and like create your own stuff. And don't get discouraged. Like if you're having fun with it, dude, just keep going, man. And don't worry. Don't worry. We all have our ups and downs. Also, you can join our Discord, not to self-promote or anything, but you'll be surrounded by all the people that are all trying to push themselves as well. Okay, let's hit the next one. As far as the pool thing goes, I would see... I mean, this looks fine to me, honestly. Like, I'm not sure what you're trying to do with it. Like, maybe it needs a story. But, I mean, a well-lit pool is very hard to see the water. That's just kind of how it is. And you're already seeing the edge there, which is pretty good. Join our Discord. I really like all of the stuff back here and how everything just kind of fades into the darkness. It's pretty cool. I'm curious as to why this blue line, you're not continuing it along this wall to see how it looks. Like I would like continue the blue all the way along this and obviously make these white still, but then maybe make this whole inside area of these two blue so that this panel sticks out more from the wall. And then that white can actually be the same color as this then, so that it can be its own. Dude, it took me, I think, 6 months to feel comfortable making something and then still look like crap, but you know, you get there. You get there, you learn things. Ask questions. That's the best thing you can do. Ask questions, absorb information, learn from everything. Like this, Abel, killing it, man. Hey, lovely people. I haven't had much free time. He hasn't had much free time. Look at this scene. To work on it, but I picked this oldie up. Might as well get some feedback on it for the Christmas break. Specifically lighting. Obviously, gray stuff and random vegetations block out, and there's a few tiling issues on the root material, hence the seams too. We'll give it some more punch in the color and material variety since it feels muted at the moment. Okay, so there's a motorcycle in your scene. I see a motorcycle in your scene. This looks, dude, this is already looking really cool, man. All right, there's question 2. Let's check it out. Hang on here. Let me make sure I'm not missing it. Losing Scene Explorer Max for the first time. Oh man, gotta reset that UI. Cheers for answer 1. You're a legend. No, I'm just a dude. Just a dude, man. But you're welcome. My next question is to do with trim sheet workflow. I may have a few questions on this, so I hope you don't mind. How do people get the nice edges without using a unique normal map? I decided I understand the workflow about mapping UV shells to normal maps, but it seemed... So this one is not very easy to answer without working in examples and all that stuff. So I would suggest joining the Discord. There's a talk on that for Sunset Overdrive, if I remember correctly, that goes crazy into trim sheets. First thing I would say about trim sheets, don't overthink them. They're very simple. And then everything's about forcing your normals on your geometry so that you don't have to bake as much as you need to normally. That I can give an example of. So if we dupe this over here, so you can see there's hard edges on there. If I bevel all of these, you still have hard edges. And if I make it all soft, you can see it's kind of doing a pretty good job of maintaining its shape. And that's because this smoothing tool is actually making the face normals point towards the camera for this example. So this one is pointing this way, and then these ones are pointing these directions. But where these verts meet, they're sharing information so that you get a nice gradient along the edge there. One really good thing about that is, let me just do this. Is stuff like that is actually going to give you really nice highlights, for example. So I probably need to cap this. So you can see, like, obviously this is a kind of a crap example, just the poly count's low, but adding those bevels in there and then using them to crease the normals is helping sell a higher poly version of itself without actually like baking too much. And then these amount of bevels, don't worry about that for real time. Your tech artists in the studio will tell you what's too crazy and what's not too crazy. See if I refresh this, you see that these edges here are soft. If I bevel that though, and then refresh again, now I'm starting to get more of a predictable result. I actually need to make the top hard though, or grab these and bevel these. So those bevels help me force normals and add a nice gradient where the highlight would kind of like wrap around the geometry. But for trim stuff, dude, that's like a whole other conversation. Join the Discord and start asking questions in technical, and people will point you in the right direction. Scrapbox. So we got a scrapbox.io/dynasty Discord. Actually, I will just post it here. I break down a lot of tutorials. I just kind of like, you guys post tutorials when I think they're really good ones, I put them in here. And then you should be able to search. So if I type in trim, talks. So in the talk section, there is a thing about trim normals. Where is it? Trim. Ultimate trim texturing techniques for sunset overdrive. Click that. We'll give you the GDC talk. There you go. Cool. Lettuce and tomatoes. Let's move on. Look at the one you linked. What'd you link? Where's it at? Oh yeah, dude, that one's good, man. That's a good tutorial. I need to actually add that in here. That's totally worth the monies. All right, so looking at this scene, I think having a motorcycle back there is just distracting you without showing the motorcycle off. I would put the motorcycle right here. I would probably take these areas. Let's just do it. Let's take these areas. That one. Because like these details that I'm highlighting aren't really adding to the scene. So you're going to want to do something like, Like that one you can kind of do a little bit of a highlight like that. So it kind of signifies that there's stuff. Or maybe the other way around. Let's see. Yeah, other way around is probably better. And see back here, you're getting the distraction of the motorcycle when I think the focus is probably more along this. Having the motorcycle pulled up here, facing that way. And then that arrow, though, man, so good. Facing towards the gate, and then footprints, and then muddy footprints, and then you're telling a story, right? As far as the other things, I think in general everything is looking pretty good. Like you're saying, seams and stuff you're working on. Getting some smaller details, like you've got these little guys here. Getting some like little rocks and stuff, and little pieces of grass. Like you're gonna have to take a pretty heavy grass pass of just like little bits and little things sticking out everywhere, just to sell the old age of it. Like grass coming out of here, and there's some weird stuff going on back there. We'll just mess that out. Get that away. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful. But yeah, if you're gonna have the motorcycle in here, it might as well be right up front and helping tell a story, versus like there's no one on it and it's totally like flying right now. Like the front wheel, it's the person fell off way back over here and it's just taken off. It's gonna like shoot through this doorway, take the cameraman out as well. He doesn't even realize what's about to happen to him. Arsad, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, those little details I'm talking about, that's where you get all that mess that you're talking about, Blue. That messy breakup and detail. Other than that, I mean, I would concentrate on that stuff, and then we can talk more about your composition later. The motorcycle thing is probably the first composition adjustment I would suggest making. And then your roots right now are very rigid. Like, it's doing this, and then that. These straight lines here, just give them some wiggle. So could do. Actually, don't I have some roots somewhere? Here he is. Wow, what is going on here? There we go. Okay, so these have some straight issues as well. And kind of how like I'm looking at approaching them is selecting all of them and then doing that same thing where I was saying the fall off with the noise, and then just moving it a little bit. Oh, geez. So the noise is also, the scale is way crazy. So we're going to have to, instead of making it smaller, we're going to have to make the scale a little bit bigger. That way you get some natural breakup without going too crazy with it. I'm sure there's something like that in Maya. I think there is. I think Forceling and told me that there was. But like you can also like scale, right? You could locally scale, I think, as well, which is kind of interesting. So you can do some things where basically it's like collapsing in on itself in some areas, and it's like shrinking and changing thickness. It's like more water here, less water there. Stuff like that. Yeah, I think that'll go a long way. Anywho, I would just keep going on it. But yeah, those are the things that I would mention for now. All right, question number 3. My next one is in regards to Unreal blending materials. I saw your old stream on YouTube about masking, creating functions or material functions. Does this mean you can only blend 2 materials? Does this mean every object has to have a unique mask that is made in Substance Painter? So you can make the mask however you want, and you can have different shaders for different assets. So assets that are really big, I would suggest using masks on, because then you can tile and keep the texture density or the texel density of that asset. As they get bigger, you can maintain the detail. So for bigger things, I would suggest mask-based materials. You can blend more than 2 materials. You can go crazy. I think in the Unreal one, I have moss, rock, right? So those are the 2 materials. But in the rock or stone material, I'm also masking the edge highlights and mud. So there's actually 4 things being masked inside of that one. But yeah. Substance Painter is just the thing that I use. All right, lockdown. What's going on here? Dang, that's a gun. All right, we're going to move a little bit faster so I can get through your guys' stuff. So this gun looks pretty nice. You're doing it in ZBrush as well. Very good. Very, very good. Be careful with the edges getting too sharp. Right now they're really tight. You're going to have to soften those up a little bit. And if you're in ZBrush, I mean, around the time that you're about to be done, the pieces that are merged together, because I assume you're doing dynamic booleans on this stuff. As it starts to come together, you could take pieces that are their own, turn them into their own subtool, dynamesh them at a really high res, and then soften the edge transition so that you can kind of blur and soften those sharp edges. That should give you enough information to work with. Here is almost soft enough. It's still a little sharp. This area is looking pretty good for as far as like the beveled edge. And I really like this. I think this could actually be even softer. But yeah, looks good to me. I'm not a gun guy, so this looks weird. And I'm assuming you just haven't put like a support loop right here. But yeah, looks pretty sick. That light in the front though, nice. Oliver, what's up, man? How you doing? How's the home away from home? It's all Dynamesh, nice. Yeah, try doing some smoothing of the sharp edges and see how it turns out for you. Because you have to remember, you're going to be viewing that, like in a game, you view the gun from back here, and so you have to soften those details a little bit. Where are we at now? All right, Merlin. That's the bomb, dude. That is the bomb. Yep. We'll just make a new one so we can frame it better. This is Fat Man, huh? So, detail-wise, it's looking pretty good. I like your attention to detail. Like, this isn't straight. That's cool. Nice welding materials going on here. The material here feels very strange, the way the roughness is. And then the normal looks a little, maybe inverted. I'm not sure for the noise. You're using, what is it called? Sweden, man. It's good, though. Good night, Dynamesh. Hang on to your polys, buddy. No problem, dude. You look like you're using chromatic aberration a little too strong. These also feel really thin for some reason, the panel. It probably is pretty thin in real life, but I would thicken that up just a little bit. Like, see the opening there is quite, it's like thin metal. Bone Diesel, what's up, man? How you doing? You guys check out his channel. He's doing like video. I wouldn't call them breakdowns. Maybe they're breakdowns, but you're talking about all the narrative stuff that you find in the Division. It's pretty cool. Good to see you, man. So yeah, I think a combination of like this thickness here looks really good. This feels a little thin. I know it's like panning inwards, but it's like there's an edge here. It's like really sharp. And the bolts are really close to the edge. I expect them maybe to go a little bit further in. Just look at your reference and double check that stuff. And then the only other thing I think is the way the light is hitting this paint and the metal. Just the way it's reflecting is kind of, it's hard to explain. It doesn't really feel like the material that I'm expecting it to feel like. Question number 4. I had a ventilation engineer, or I'm a ventilation engineer by trade. My company offers junior positions to upcoming engineers, but they have an age cap. They don't consider people over 25 for junior positions. They say it's too late. Is there an age cap in the games industry? There is not really an age cap. I mean, as you get older, you tend to, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but you can stagnate or like kind of slow in your progress as an artist, and you can't keep up with the stuff that's coming out. Like the industry is always evolving and you're always learning. The moment you can't really learn fast enough is the moment you start to fall behind, which is a little scary to talk about, right? That's kind of freaky for everyone. But as far as age caps go, no, there's not really one. I knew a guy who started in the games industry as he was turning 40, I think was his age. In his first job. And his first job was at Bungie. And he's still at Bungie now. That was like 7 years ago or something like that. Or even longer now. Like 8 or 9 years. He's doing well. You can get into games. There's not really an age cap. All right. The blue, what's up, man? Let's check this bad boy out. So we'll drag this over here. Sick anchor. It's got a style to it. So the thing I guess I would say on it is it feels, initially just seeing it looked a little crunchy. So this noise that you're seeing in your material, I don't think is really, it's not really doing anything for the material, I guess, is what I want to say. Pretty interesting though. And I guess the pattern and details in the wood are quite small. Like I think if it was a larger pattern for the wood grain, like here it's feeling pretty good. But up here it feels really small. I'm not sure why that is. I would totally open up the wood here as well. Like just make a hole there so that like it can pass through. Because that'll explain it a lot better than just the mask that's forming over there. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't feel like it's gone into water very much. Like I think it'd be really cool if you had some barnacles and stuff on there. And just some scratches along the bottom that really show, like you're kind of getting it here, but some scratches along the bottom that really get it into the, that really show that it's hit the bottom of the ocean and then it's dragged a little bit, right? LVGI, what's up, man? How you doing? How do I get into the Discord? Oh, thanks, LVG. My first texture job ever, so be harsh. You can be constructively harsh, I guess. I would look at the materials that you're trying to portray as well. And yeah, I mean, I really like that this is stylized, so that's really cool. And I like how you're thinking about where gradients and shapes are. Be really careful about this noise though. Like it's not really doing anything for you. If there's going to be noise like that, it might as well be in your roughness. That way it's kind of breaking up your albedos, or the way that the material is reflecting in the light versus in your albedo. Bake looks pretty good though. And yeah, it just needs more character, I guess. Like this is really cool. This is more of a style thing. But adding some story, some scrape marks, some dents and damages to the metal, some barnacles. Dude, what if there's like a piece of, whatchamacallit hanging off of there? Some seaweed. Stuff like that would go a long way. All right. Nice. These look cool, man. Oh, these look really good. My buddy made the creature that comes out of that. Where is that at? This one. God. Ugh. Look at that. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I can just, oh, dude, there's a hand. Why would you do that? That's his render as well. It's composited into the shot of one of the movies. Alien. Fucking alien. Like, oh, it's cute. No, man, don't touch that. You back up. You back up right now. Ugh. So you can see the roughness material here, and then we'll go where? Let's go back. I think your material could probably go with a little bit more of a metal, wider reflectivity, or like a little bit more rough, but still metal. I really like this this detail normal you've got going on here. I don't know if that's a detail normal or like how that's being applied. In general, though, it looks pretty cool. I'd be careful about the text going along this seam. If it's going to go along that seam on the inside there, I just clean it up so that it doesn't happen inside of there. But yeah, other than that and looking at your roughness, and I think you're in a good spot. Nicholas. All right, last one. We got 4 minutes. Oh, nice, dude. That looks pretty cool. So I think with this one, it's just trying to get the metal across, right? The founder of the Prometheus school of running away from things. That school was never invented because every time a scientist sees something in an aliens movie, they freaking go and try and touch it. Freaking idiots. So I would look at how metal looks. See if you can find some good references of this aged metal. It looks like this is aged quite a bit. I'd be careful about adding normal information on that aging. And yeah, I think other than that, I would see what this top piece is, because like it's all metal on yours, right? I would see if there's any other elements that are on it, because getting some material breakup really helps. Like if these side strap things were like being held together by metal, right? But then there's some of this, maybe there's some leather pieces on that, or there's like something on the inside, so when the metal is resting on your head, it's more like comfortable for longer periods of time, even if it's just like a slice of leather on the inside of the helmet. Yeah, and then I'd look at your roughness to see like if you can push that further to make it look like the material a bit more. A lot of that gold would probably have chipped off. Like what you have going on right here is pretty good with the aging. The aging process. The oxidization. Leather chin strap, yeah. Did they have chin straps? I don't even know. So that's the other thing, is I haven't really looked. Like, what if I do a image search of this? I'm getting motorcycle helmet. That's freaking funny. No. No, damn it. I mean, they all kind of look like metal, so. But yeah, some color variation in there could be pretty good, I think. So on YouTube, you have videos of 30-minute portfolio reviews. How much do you charge? I don't charge. Surprise. And how do you sign up? There is a link to sign up in the Discord. So if you go in here and you go to art related, there's a pin section, and then you can go here and there's a portfolio review. This pin needs to be removed. So if you go up here, there's a link, takes you to a Google Doc. Click that Google Doc, and then you fill that bad boy out. Reddington on it. Lorg, what's up, man? How you doing? What was that? Lorg's my agent. He charges. Feel free to pay him. I get a 100% cut of that. Anywho. Yes. Yes. Hi, Madu. Madu is in here. It's my cue to go, guys. For anyone who's new, Madu is our little dude, our dog. 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks, Lorg. Lorg's coming here. He's gonna move here. He's going to work with me. Where you at, Madu? Come here. Hi. Oh, that tail. All right, guys. Oh, that's in my mouth. Oh, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Doggo. Cheers, guys. Have a good week. Or Friday. It's Thursday, right? Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hi, Maru. Bark, bark. All right, later, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, my God. That's 200. Dude, thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Oh, I got to run the credits. Because you guys are so bomb diggity. Maru, don't bite me. He's biting at my feet. Hey, shh. Nope. Shh. Maru. Twitch. Where you at? Twitch. Or no, I need Streamlab. Yes. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a good weekend and happy holidays, guys.